How does the multiplayer work?
Well, you can team up with other players, so it's basically you'll have different locations, and some locations are persistent. Like you'll just meet random players who's on the same server as you. You can also go into different dungeons, and you can team up with other players. Group sizes are 4 players. So it's in many ways it's quite traditional in that way. I mean, you are out in the big overworld type locations, and you meet other players and you communicate with them and you team up with them, and then you go into dungeons and do adventures and stuff like that. So it's it feels very much like the other MMOs that you've been playing.
Talk a little about the mobile aspect of this game and how it connects to the PC world.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're developing this game also for the iOS and Android tablets. And the thing that we're really excited about is that it's all cross-platform. So if you're playing it on an iPad, you can still play with the same friends on the same server who are playing on the PC version, for instance, or a Android tablet. And that also means that for instance, you can be playing on your iPad on the bus on your way to work. And then when you get home, you can jump on the PC and you can pick up from where you left off. And that's something we're very excited about, and hopefully also we want to look at the opportunity to branch onto other platforms as well in the future.
How are you connecting the physical retail world of Lego minifigures with the video game?
Yeah, that's another thing we're really excited about. So when Lego Minifigures Online launches, people will be able to go out and buy the physical minifigure bags, open them, get their minifigure, but also inside there will be a special code that will allow them to unlock that very same minifigure inside the online game. So you'll be able to play with it in the real world and in the game, which is very cool. I mean, for us, for us as a company, it's a great thing because it's, we're reaching out to millions of potential players out there. The minifigure series of collectible toys are hugely popular. So for us, it's a great way to get the game exposed with that audience.
Give us a sense of how popular those minifigures are in terms of how many are out there now and how that's growing.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact numbers, but I mean, minifigures is basically in everything you see that's related to Lego, from the games to the worlds that you build on your childhood bedroom floor, I would say. And I think I saw an estimate not long ago that there's, in just a few years, there will actually be more minifigures on Earth than human beings, which is pretty staggering. And so they're selling millions of these minifigures every year.
Minifigures were the key component for the new Lego movie hit from Warner Brothers. A lot of those characters and minifigures are actually regular, ordinary Legos, so people will, in theory, be able to play with them through your video game, right?
There are some characters that overlap, but in general, this game is not connected to the movie. Obviously, it's all based on minifigures and so on, but there's largely different minifigures in the movie than in the game. So, but of course, I mean, in many ways, it's a different part of the same universe.
There are a lot of different Lego video games, most of which are licensed, that come out for different consoles. Will this world only focus on playsets that are unlicensed, or is there an opportunity for licensed Lego minifigures to come in at some point?
Right now, it will be those that are unlicensed, definitely. What the future brings, we can't tell, but yeah, maybe not.
How will you guys be expanding the world and the actual number of Lego minifigures available over time?
Yeah, that's going to be a very important part of the post-launch updates. I mean, we'll be adding more and more minifigures to the game over time. The great thing is that there's a huge back catalog of minifigures available, hundreds of them. So we'll just keep adding. So on a continuous basis, there will be new minifigures introduced to the game. We'll also build new worlds. We'll build new monsters, quests, everything. This is of course something we have perfected over time for considering what we've done on Age of Conan and The Secret World and Anarchy Online. I mean, we have the technology we have in place, Dreamworld engine, allows us to very quickly churn out new content to players, and that's something that's going to be even easier for us in Lego Minifigures Online.
And will you work with the Lego group as they unveil new worlds that they'll be available in the video game as well as playsets?
Can't make any promises, but we're definitely working very closely with Lego. So we're definitely discussing opportunities on that going forward.
And the mythology world that you were referring to, is that something that also at some point is going to be a playset?
That I don't know, actually. Yeah.